Title: The Farmer Who Fought Back. She didn't just park on my land. She drove through my fence, left deep tire ruts in the wet soil, and blocked access to my tractor. When I confronted her, she looked me straight in the eye, sipping a Diet Coke in her shiny silver Lexus, and said, "This isn't even real farmland. It's just dirt." That was the moment I decided enough was enough. If she thought my property was just dirt, she was about to learn what happens when you mess with a farmer. But before I tell you what I did, and trust me, it was perfectly legal, immensely satisfying, and left her crying in public, let me tell you how it all started. It didn't begin with revenge. It started with kindness. Maybe too much of it. 2 years ago, I inherited my granddad's old farm on the outskirts of a semi-rural town near Nashville, Tennessee. This wasn't some storybook place with red barns and mooing cows. It used to be a working farm, but now it was just me, a handful of chickens, a big vegetable garden, and 10 acres of peaceful land surrounded by a worn wooden fence and a rusty gate that never closed right. I just left the corporate grind, burnt out, stressed out. My wife had passed away 2 years earlier, and I needed somewhere to breathe again. The farm became my sanctuary. Fixing up the place, planting veggies, building things with my hands, it gave me peace. Until the HOA came into the picture. Technically, I wasn't in the HOA. My land bordered a fancy subdivision where all the houses looked cloned and lawns were trimmed to regulation length. But my driveway ran close to their entrance, which meant I got visits from neighbors who thought I owed them something. That's when I met Brenda. I don't know if that was her real name, but it suited her. Platinum blonde hair, oversized sunglasses, a tiny fluffy dog named Cupcake, and a voice like she was always on a customer service call. She showed up the first time with a welcome basket. "We just wanted to make sure you felt part of the community," she said, handing me a basket filled with sparkling water, lavender soap, and a pamphlet titled HOA Rules, What Every Homeowner Must Know. "Thanks," I replied. "But I'm not part of the HOA. This is private farmland. Always has been." Her smile tightened. "Oh, of course. Still, it's important to blend in for everyone's sake." I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. First, it was small things. Brenda walked Cupcake near my gate and complained about the smell from the compost. One day, I caught her tossing a bag of dog poop over my fence. "You already have manure," she said. I let it slide. Tried to be the bigger person. Then came the cars. Brenda started parking her Lexus near my property line during HOA events. Soon, others followed. My land turned into a free parking lot. I put up signs, "Private property. No parking." I replaced the chain on the gate. She cut it. "Parking enforcement won't ticket us here," she smirked. "You don't have any county signage." I called the sheriff. Without damage or blocking a public road, their hands were tied. So, I baked banana bread one morning, wore my old John Deere hat, and walked over to Brenda's cul-de-sac to talk. "No sales," I said when she opened the door. "Just peace. Thought we could talk." To my surprise, she let me in. Her home looked like a home decor store exploded, gray on gray, live laugh love pillows, and scented candles. I explained my side calmly. I wasn't trying to be difficult. I just wanted to use my land without it being driven over or damaged. She took a bite of bread, dabbed her lips with a linen napkin, and said, "That land doesn't look like a farm. No red barn. No corn. Just looks like an empty lot. And empty lots make people feel unsafe." "Unsafe? It lowers home values," she replied. "If it bothers you, put up a real fence. Otherwise, don't be surprised when people think it's public space." That's when something in me shifted. I had tried. I'd been kind, patient, understanding. But this wasn't about being neighbors. It was about control. So I made a few calls to the county, a construction buddy, and my friend Eli who owned a tow company. I didn't say a word to Brenda. Let her think she'd won. Then came the rain. Soft ground. Perfect timing. She busted through the gate again with her Lexus, parked right across the path to my tractor shed, sipped her soda, and walked off like she owned the place. I made the call. Eli showed up with his tow truck. The Lexus was stuck 4 inches in the mud. He laughed. We hauled it off to his lot. Perfectly legal. Clearly marked private land. Trespassing. Later that day, I sat on the porch with sweet tea. The sun was setting. Then came the scream. Brenda's high-pitched wail echoed like a siren. She stormed across the field, heels sinking in mud, Cupcake yapping behind her. "You stole my car." "No, ma'am," I said. "I had it towed." "You can't do that." "Actually, I can. Talk to the sheriff, zoning office, and my attorney." "You drove through a locked gate. Damaged my chain." That's criminal trespass. She blinked, then burst into tears. Mascara streaming, she sobbed. My husband's going to kill me. We just bought that car. Haven't made the first payment. And then she said the thing that changed everything. If you didn't want people parking here, you should have sold this stupid land to the HOA when they offered. Wait, what? They were going to turn it into a dog park, she muttered. That's when I realized this wasn't about parking. It was a long game. The HOA wanted my land. I handed her Eli's card. She stormed off, mud splashing, dog yipping. 2 days later, a letter appeared on my mailbox. No envelope. Taped with a pink sticky note. Urgent. It read, your property has become a public nuisance. Your compost attracts pests. Your chickens are loud. Failure to address these concerns may result in community action. I brought it to the sheriff. They rolled their eyes. They've been trying to get that land for years, Deputy Grant said. Your granddad told them to kick rocks. You're good. Then the trash started showing up. Then one chicken went missing. Another had a broken wing. I installed cameras. Caught someone with a flashlight walking the property line at 2 a.m. Still, no law broken. So I fought back. I hosted a community volunteer day. Called it the Muddy Roots Project. Posted flyers. Invited schools. Over 100 people came. Kids planting carrots. Adults building beds. Local papers showed up. Brenda watched from her lawn, jaw clenched. The story went viral. Donations rolled in. Cameras. Fencing. Tools. Even a new coop. Until the fire. Late one night, I smelled smoke. The chicken coop was burning. I fought it off with a hose. Lost most of the birds. Fire marshal confirmed it was arson. I gave the footage to the sheriff. They opened a case. Then I called Tyler, a local YouTuber with a big following. Told him everything. He posted a video, HOA versus farmer. 2 million views in 48 hours. Brenda commented, then deleted it when people figured out who she was. The internet exploded. Then one Sunday, she sent landscapers to mow my sunflowers. I called the sheriff. Deputy Grant showed up. As we spoke, Brenda started yelling. She ran, literally ran, down the sidewalk. They picked her up 2 towns over. Then she sued me. $250,000 for defamation. My lawyer laughed. She doesn't have a case. We'll file a counterclaim. Then my mailbox was ripped out. A threatening note inside. I knew it was escalating. Then came the gift. New cameras caught her in the act. Trespassing. Carrying gasoline. Caught red-handed. She was arrested. Charges: trespassing, attempted arson, property damage. Then a black SUV pulled up my driveway. Mr. Thompson? A man asked. Agent Lewis. Department of Environmental Management. We think your land is part of a forged zoning conspiracy. Turns out, the HOA filed fake documents, forged signatures, tried to claim my land was public. Because of the video and documentation, the state froze all HOA development plans. Brenda was charged. The HOA replaced. Peace returned. Locals started calling my place Thompson Acres. Kids came to learn gardening. High schools partnered with me. I got a plaque for showing that kindness grows stronger than hate. Then one day, Brenda's husband showed up. I'm sorry, he said. I didn't know until it was too late. I looked at him, remembered what the land taught me, reached out my hand. We move forward, I said, because a farm grows things. Even after fire. Even after betrayal. Even from broken ground.